Well, Keith has done it again. My name is Harry Jacobs, and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome. A few years ago, there was a game that hit the market called Role Player by Thunderworks Game, designed by Keith Matika. And one of the things that was really nice about this game is it allowed you to create your characters. And by rolling dice and drafting dice and picking up cards and equipping them. And at the end of the game, you scored yourself on how well you were able to build your character within the parameters of each one of the stats. And that was a really fun game. And over the years, they've added some monsters and some minions. And now we've taken the next step. The ability to take your character into an adventure with the ability to take your characters into an adventure called, and the game is Role Player Adventures. And I just got this a couple of days ago on the doorstep. I've been sort of monitoring it as everybody kept saying, "We finished it, it's a wonderful game." And I'm going like, I still don't have my copy. But I have my copy now, and we're going to go take a look at it right now down on the table along with the expansion. And we're going to get into it. I don't know whether we're going to play it or not because it is an adventure, it is narrative based, and I would really hate to give away the game. I do understand that from Keith on a little side conversation on one of the Facebook pages, this is going to be supported. Also, there is a Create Your Own Adventure guide that he just published in a PDF form, which I believe is available in one of his Kickstarter updates as well as on Facebook. And so, without further ado, let's get down and take a look at the game itself. As always, we're going to start with a little bit of reflection off the ceiling, only because of the shrink wrap. But here it is. This is the Role Player's Adventure. This is a monster, and I did take a picture of it next to Gloomhaven. It is for ages 14 and up, 1 to 4 players, and it ranges from 9 to 150 minutes. The backside, I'll show you the backside. The board comes in. The game weighs in at a marvelous 18 pounds, ding, 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 just slightly less than Gloomhaven, which came in at 22 pounds. And this is the back of the box, of course. I am going to flash up the picture where I took it next to the Gloomhaven. But this game is a heavy game, not necessarily heavy to play, but certainly heavy to deal with. So I am going to take this shrink wrap off. So here we are. We are going to take this shrink wrap off, and we're going to wrestle with the shrink wrap. Oh, wow. I didn't expect to see this box as big as it was. I didn't realize that this was going to be such a huge game. Holy cow. But to my surprise, it was like, whoa. Along with it came the cartographer's pack as well, with all the new maps and whatnot. They shipped it at the same time, so that was good. Probably saved himself some shipping that way, perhaps. Oh. And you're seeing it now, me struggling along with the shrink wrap. There we are. I don't know if we're going to undo the expansion at this point because it will probably be a while to get to it. Now we're going to open this up. Oh. Get the vacuum seal going off of it. Oh my gosh. Whew, I'm having a workout just doing this. And what do we have on top? We have a spacer. Oh, okay. Well, that's exciting. I don't know if there's anything in the spacer or not. No, it's just the spacer. So we have a pad, and it looks like a pad for keeping track of your characters. Now, I did look on the Thunderworks site. Yes, you can buy extra pads, or you can just photocopy these. There are the game boards, looking somewhat familiar. We have a bag. We have, oh, I don't know. Okay. Some sort of dice rolls, and it looks like we have special abilities, and I'm not quite sure. Deception. Oh, a ton of books. There's Adventure 1. Oh, I think there's 15. Holy cow. And we'll take a look at these a little closer when I organize this. Oy, oy. I hope I can put it back. Okay. Another spacer. A huge narrative book. Or it could be the rules. What is it? It says Tome of Encounters. There we are. Tome of Encounters. We have a few tokens. We have some more sheets of some sort, or boards. Nope, looks like sheets. Not a lot of tokens. Oh, that's good. Ooh, we got some minis. We got some cards. We've got stop. Don't look at this. Looks like we've got more cards, more dice. Lots of good Game Nerds trays. So I'm assuming that the rules, you just start with Adventure 1 and that would give you the rules, I'm assuming. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm assuming that that's your group there, perhaps. But that's all that's in the box. We have cards. These are adventure. All skill checks are difficulty 1. So these are adventures. Oh, these are modifiers. And these are... I'm not quite sure. Bandits. Okay, sounds to me like these are something you're going to encounter. Lots and lots of dice. Looks like... So these are things we're going to have to get into. I think everything has trays. This is the discovery. Do not shuffle this deck. These cards are in numeric order. Do not examine these cards unless the storybook instructs you to. That's these decks here. Okay. That's 57, it says. And what's in here? 107. This is the diamond rare deck, I see. Okay. And this is the what? This is looks like a scroll deck. And this is a compass deck, a discovery deck. Okay. Okay, and a bunch more cards. So I'm going to have my... Looks like there's plenty of room for sleeves. We've got our Templars, and Assassins. So these are our, not our traits, but our abilities. Like we're an assassin, so we're half-elf assassin type of thing. Our character class. And we have Human Fletcher. Okay, so there's a Wanderer. Elf. It looks like equipment. That says armor on it. Shadow Drake. What is these? These are traits. So it's got some traits. And Domesticate. I don't know what these are. These look like some skills. So that is what's in the box at the moment, anyway. And we have some neat little cool mini. Don't know quite what it does yet. So we're going to have to go through this and figure out how to put it back together. That's kind of the worst thing I think we're going to be kind of experience. We can put it all back together really, really nicely. Oh, and the 18,000 books that there are. So let's just take a look whether the storybook gives the rules or not. You can hear the crackle as I take off the storybooks here. Oh, there we are. Here it says, Role-Play Adventures is a narrative-driven cooperative game. You play as the soldiers in the King Guard tasked with protecting the kingdom of Naalas. The storybook will walk you through your first game. Please read the rulebook before you begin playing. Okay. Well. Oh, there it is. You would think that the rulebook would be on top, but there it is. There is the rulebook. We're going to have a learning curve to go through. So I'm going to be taking a look at this over the next few days to learn it. There we go. And there we go. Everything fits nicely in the box for now. I'm going to be sleeving it and doing a bunch of things with it. But that was what was in the box. And it looks, from my understanding, that the expansion fits in the box as well. So we're going to be taking a look at this a little bit closer. I'm going to learn the rules probably this weekend, so I won't be doing the playthrough quite yet. But I'll I keep this as a separate video or put it together with the adventure. But I got a feeling that we're going to be doing a separate book for that. I got a lot of sleeving to do. So we are down to the unboxing. So we've already unboxed it. We showed you very quickly the components that were in there as they were shipped. So let's just open this up now. I've done a little organizing and it still fits in the box. Thank you, Keith. It's always wonderful when they fit in the box. Okay. So up top, so the first thing I saw when I saw that big wad of stuff is I didn't know where the rule books were. They were actually on the very, very bottom. There is the rule book. So here are your inlay player mats, and you're going to slip these inside, and you're going to write on them. And these are your character attributes, of course. Not sure what this is still yet because I have just started reading the rules, but there might be some skill gains. I'm not really sure. We'll get on to it. The book will tell us. The dice, of course, role player would not be role player without a mint full of dice, and there they all are. All the different colors you would expect in a role player game. Now I've sorted these out. Everything actually, if you looked underneath, would tell you where they go. A couple of odd things out. I am not sure where these go. And I wasn't sure what to do with these as well. They didn't seem to fit anywhere. But I just put them back in a bag, right in there. Doesn't quite fit the way it should, but, you know, that's kind of life sometimes. Here are all the manuals, and we'll look at them in a minute. There is your party sheet. Or this is your party sheet. If I showed you it the right way, you're going to put your tokens, you're going to write your keywords in. Those who play Dragonholt might be familiar with the keywords, where you'll come to a paragraph and it'll say, do you have this keyword? Yes. Oh, good. You've just saved the day. Or, oh boy, you've got 75 orcs on you now. So there you go. So in here is the monsters. They are in order. As long as a secret. This is, don't open it until it tells you. So we have a secret. I have no idea what it is. I have not opened it. I'm a good boy so far. We have reference cards. Always good to have some reference cards. And then we have our various monsters. Now, the monsters are in numerical order, so what it might say is, oh, turn the page, whatever, and oh, by the way, you have monster 12, and that would be a Froggen. And then you would have to match dice and things, I'm assuming, because that's how role player usually goes. But, you know, you don't want to assume anything at this point. As I said, we'll be looking at the rules a little bit closer to the weekend. Probably tomorrow night I'll set this up and probably do a play of the first scenario. I'm not giving anything away because I saw John Gets Games did it already. Rodney Smith was a little bit more reticent about it and created his own adventure, so he didn't give away the adventure. I haven't opened these up. This is the adventure, and it says, do not open until we tell you to. So they are still closed. Lastly is the cards. Now they're all sleeved. You can see we have a bunch of the bards. So these are our types of people. We can have fighters, bards, centurions, tinkerers, shamans, druids, all having their little special abilities. So, and it fits. There you go. Even with sleeves, it fits. In here we have our portraits, and we have tons. So if you want to bring over a character from role player, we have the elf, Vargar, Sarian. These are all portraits of those that come over from role player, and you can build your own. Certainly you can build your own portrait that way. You have plenty of pre-made portrait. Look at them all. Okay, right down to there, like plenty of pre-made. Basically what you would do is say, oh, if I wanted to play can't even read that, Scala Fairfoot, you would just come to the back and you would fill out these forms, and you would take the cards associated with that right here. And we'll talk more about that when we actually play the game, and we'll take you through this. We have familiars. We have the familiars. Lots and lots of familiars. And of course, then we start getting into our weapons. Unholy flails. Most of these will be familiar because they're in the role player game itself. And in fact, in role player, if you build your own character, you would actually build your character in role player and then come look for the cards here. So you're literally building the cards. We have traits, plenty traits. There's obsessed, there's focused, there's proud. Make sure we're not pulling them throughout. These are skills: diplomacy, manipulate, many skills, summon and trap, speculate. So you got some skills. We've got some scrolls. Oh, and an extra sleeve. And we got some scrolls. Charity, stone skin, exile. All very familiar. And lastly, we have our armors. All familiar, including the famous cursed ring. So that is kind of a quick overview of what was in the box, and now, and you saw it quite organized now. So I've taken everything and it's pretty much organized, pretty well put together. I think the components are rather nice. I still don't know what these are. I think they may actually go here, and I will discover that a little later on. I won't look at the rule books now. So just putting some of this back, I'll pull off there, and we'll start from the bottom here. We have the Tome of Encounters. I don't know what this is. Again, haven't read this. I'm assuming that it will tell me where to go. That's the Adventure 8, so I'm assuming that each adventure will tell me what the encounters are. Oh, okay, we have maps. There we are. Whoops, that's the storybook. That's side quest. Oh, that's a side quest. Oh. And we have, a catalog. I didn't even see that. Here are our maps. They are double-sided. There we are. So each has some locations, and you're going to put location cards that have numbers, and then those numbers are going to trigger something. So those are the maps of the game. We have a side quest number 1, and I'm assuming we're going to have that. And we have lots and lots of quests here, starting with Adventure 1, Battle of Bracklick. And we're going to go dig into that a little bit more. I don't want to give away the farm, but it gives you the setup. Your adventure begins, and it starts you to begin. And I think it introduces rules as we go along, kind of like the way Dragonholt worked. And if you haven't played Dragonholt, this is a step up from this. So it's a very similar game, except this is a step up. I mean, it's much more complicated. Dragonholt, my wife and I played, really enjoyed it. She likes reading, so she enjoys the real reading and getting into the story and searching the locations, much like what's probably going to happen here. But we're going to end this video. This is part 1. So we've done the unboxing and then the unboxing. This just shows you what the components are and what's in the box after I all organized it. I don't know if this was a deluxe box or it came, or I bought extra to get all those nice things. I don't know. I'll have to go back and check the Kickstarter for that, and I'll put it down in the links. If you like what you see, please hit the like. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe. That would be really, really nice. Hit the bell. Ding, 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 ding. If you want notifications like this. As always, you can find me on Board Game Revolution, Board Games for One, Solo Board Gamers, and a bunch of other board Facebook pages. If you want to just say hi, or you have some suggestions, you would like to see something specific. Other than that, let's end this, and we're going to get on to our day of sleeving and working, because I have to go to work. I work full time and take care of my 6 dogs and 2 fosters. So for now, this is Harry Jacobs. I am an Over 60 Gamer, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.